Usually, a bout of diarrhea only lasts a few days, going away on its own without any treatment. But severe diarrhea, diarrhea that lasts more than a few days, or prolonged episodes of diarrhea are all reasons to see a doctor, as they could indicate something more serious, says Stephen Bickston, MD, Professor of Internal Medicine and Director of the Inflammatory Bowel Disease Program at Virginia Commonwealth University Health Center in Richmond. It's also important to remember that diarrhea treatments for adults, especially medication, may not be the same for children with diarrhea, so always check with your pediatrician before giving your children any medication. What's up, fellow human? I'm Joshua, and this is the Stomach Health Channel, where I'm going to discuss different facts, remedies, and such about your gut. Now, let's get on with the video. If you have diarrhea, here are 3 ways you can ease your discomfort. 1. Be sure to stay hydrated. Your body can lose a lot of fluids and salts when you have diarrhea, making dehydration a major concern. Frequent loose and watery stools can quickly lead to fluid loss. Here are some easy ways to stay hydrated. Select sports drinks. Sports drinks make sense and are available in a wide variety of flavors, Dr. Bickston says. Sports drinks work because of their sugar and salt content. Both allow water to be more easily absorbed, and even more so when taken together. People can make their own sports drinks by adding a teaspoon of salt to a quart of apple juice, Bickston says. That little amount of salt will help the body absorb fluids, but isn't enough to make the apple juice taste bad. Bickston recommends keeping your drinks at room temperature because a warm drink will sit better with you than a cold one. Stick to clear liquids. Some other good choices for treating diarrhea include clear broth and water. Unless you're traveling outside of the country, avoid drinks that can worsen symptoms. Caffeinated, alcoholic, and sugary drinks can worsen dehydration. Milk and other dairy products can also make your symptoms worse because diarrhea can cause temporary lactose intolerance. Well, what do you think about these? Have you experienced this or tried some? Comment down below your experiences. And if you think these are useful, a like and subscribe would be really awesome for the growth of my channel. And also, don't forget about the bell icon below. Let's get it on. 2. Try eating a bland diet. When dealing with a brief bout of diarrhea, you want to keep your diet bland. You may find it best to only have clear liquids for the first 24 hours. Then you can slowly add bland foods to your diet. Some bland foods include bananas, rice, applesauce, and toast, otherwise known as the brat diet. An updated version of the diet that includes tea is referred to as brat. Research shows there's not a lot of evidence to support the benefits of following this diet, but it may not hurt. At the same time, while bananas may be okay for adults, they're not recommended for children who've been vomiting. Crackers and mashed potatoes, minus the butter, may offer a better alternative for both adults and children. If diarrhea lasts more than a few days, you might want to investigate the foods you're eating, as some can irritate your bowel and make diarrhea worse. These include foods high in fiber, such as bran whole grains and brown rice, as well as greasy or excessively sweet foods. Foods that are sweetened with sorbitol may also aggravate diarrhea, Bickston says. If loose stools are a problem, then you may want to avoid these foods. If you suspect diarrhea is caused by a certain food, try an elimination diet. Cut the suspected food from your diet until you can determine whether or not it's a problem. If it's not, feel free to keep eating that food. The difficulty I see in a lot of patients is that they don't put things back into their diet, even if they're not causing a problem. And now they've painted themselves into a dietary corner, Bickston says. All they're eating is mashed potatoes and rice. 3. Try some over-the-counter medication. In most cases, over-the-counter medication can be helpful in stopping an occasional bout of diarrhea, especially traveler's diarrhea, which may result from ingesting contaminated food or water while abroad. Over-the-counter options include Imodium, Loperamide, and Pepto-Bismol or Kaopectate, bismuth subsalicylate. These are reasonable to use on occasion and have the great advantage of not requiring a doctor's prescription, Bickston says, but they should not be used for more than 2 days. One thing to keep in mind is that if you take pharmaceutical remedies for traveler's diarrhea, they may make you feel better sooner, but they could keep any bacteria, parasites, or viruses in your system longer. In most cases, diarrhea will go away on its own within a few days. If the diarrhea persists, talk to your doctor. It's a literal pain in the ass when you have diarrhea. Pun unintended, but I might have here a medicine that may help you with it. And no, it's not a sponsored post. It's just an affiliate link where I get a commission if you buy this product using my link in the description. It would really help me if you would do this, but I won't force you. This is Imodium, and I'm sure you've heard of it. It's of course a diarrhea relief medicine. And don't just take my word for it. Look at these 6,000 5-star reviews on Amazon. Not to brag, but it has faster effectiveness than Pepto-Bismol in diarrhea. It's also the #1 doctor-recommended OTC diarrhea treatment. If you're interested, just click the link under this description. What do you think about these information? Do you think it's useful? If it is, support this channel by giving it a like and subscribe. And also don't forget to click the notification bell for more interesting facts like these.